So, how you doing? Nice background, right? Um, I wanted to talk about something I saw online recently. Someone had left this comment on someone else's video about like how much of our lives do we pre-plan, and if we don't like something that's going on in our current life, can we ask our guides, our angels, for help? Can we change it? And for specifically, this person was saying like they've been struggling with weight. They're overweight and they are trying to lose weight and get healthier, and it's just not working. They're not making any progress. And they're like, if I ask my angels for help, will they? Or is this part of my life blueprint to be overweight? Like, if no matter what I do, it's important that I have this. And I thought it was a really good, like, sincere question. And, I'm going to preface this by saying, I don't know. Uh, I have some educated guesses that I'll share with you in a moment here, but, I got to be careful here. Just because you're spiritually connected or intuitive or psychic, or you've had a mystical experience or near-death experience or any kind of spiritually awakening experience, like, it gives you insights. It gives you depth and meaning to life that you didn't have before, but it also doesn't answer every question out there. No one is an expert on everything. But I will share with you some good educated guesses based on what I do know with reasonable confidence, and just a personal story of my own stuff I struggle with that, I'll just jump right into it. So for me personally, I don't struggle with being overweight, but what I have struggled with my entire life has been in the area of finances. Like, it doesn't matter what job I work or what business I start or what investments I make. Believe me, I've tried it all. And I've made some progress. Like, I have passive income now. I've made some money on the stock market. I am self-employed, but I'm also still below the poverty line. And I'm in my mid-40s now, and it's not from a lack of trying. I have been trying harder than most people I know. I've been reading the business books. I've been going to the seminars and the workshops. I've been studying and learning and applying and practicing, not just studying, but like actually doing it in the real world. I've joined the multi-level marketing companies. I've tried trading stocks and options and futures and Forex. I tried getting into real estate investing for a while. I came this close to owning a $1 million rental property. It had like 24 units in inland in Southern California, on-site property management. This was back right before the market crash of '08. So this is like around 2007 or something. And they were gonna 100% finance it, no money down, just because I had good credit. This is why we had a housing crisis, because they didn't care if you could afford it. They're like, oh, you got good credit, we'll finance you. And I had been responsible about it though. I wasn't just buying stuff just because I could. Like, the numbers worked. It was a profitable property. It was cash flowing even after the management and the vacancy rate and taxes and insurance and all that stuff. It still would have netted, like, I don't know, I think $1,000 to $2,000 a month profit. So like, the numbers worked. It made sense. Even being 100% financed, it was a good deal. But it fell through, and things beyond my control, I just ended up not being able to get it. So this person who shared their frustrations about no matter what they do, they can't seem to lose weight, like, I can empathize. Not with the exact same issue, but like, I have tried everything I can to improve my financial situation. I've tried everything I can to be better. And like, I've tried not being self-employed, not investing. I've gone for like the good high-paying jobs. I've done sales jobs where, like, when I'm interviewing and the manager who's going to hire me is like, oh yeah, since our people make commission, and on average they make this much per month, and our top performers make this much per month. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds great. And then I would start the job and find out no one had been earning anywhere near that for years. And that they were slowly going out of business. And I was a top performer. I was in the top 15% salespeople. And there were some months I was in draw pay, which meant I was earning less than minimum wage, and the company had to pay me at least minimum wage. And if the following month I did better, they would deduct whatever I made over minimum to pay back what they paid me the previous month, which almost never happened because they were slowly going out of business, and it was rare to do better than minimum wage. I have been praying for help, for guidance. What do I need to do? What do I need to do differently? What should I be trying that I'm not trying? What fears do I need to face? What do I need to learn? Do I just need to stick with it longer? Do I need to change directions? Should I just go to school, get a different degree? Something, right? And I only have an associate's degree. I never finished my bachelor's. But I could go back, I could finish the bachelor's, I could get a master's in something. I've been praying for guidance. I've been asking my guides, I've been asking my angels to help me improve my financial situation. And I'm now in my mid-40s, and I'm more or less the same I've been this entire time. Like I said, there's been some improvement. I'm eking out a living as a writer and actor, and I have some passive income from royalties from my books. But I had hoped, I had dreamed, I had planned by now to be doing much better financially than I am right now. But also, I gotta be honest here, I'm not actually motivated by money. Of course I want it. I want a comfortable lifestyle. I want security. Who doesn't? But making more money for money's sake just never motivated me. What I do want is freedom. I want time freedom. I want creative freedom. And that I actually have. I more or less get to choose what creative projects I work on, when I work on them, and if I'm burning out and need a break. Like today is a Friday. And I was like, I've been working too much. I'm burned out. I've been in the house too much, working behind my computer. I need to get outside, go to the ocean. I haven't been to the beach in a long time. I live in Los Angeles and I've not been to the beach in over a year, maybe 2 years at this point. No, that's no good. So I had the freedom to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna work today. I'm gonna go get out of the house. And I'm still working. I'm recording these videos, but that's fine. That's fun. And I'm choosing to. And I'm choosing what I want to talk about and where I'm doing it and when I'm doing it and how long I'm doing it. I have that freedom. So my real goal, I have achieved, I have manifested. The numbers in the bank account aren't great, but the lifestyle, the experience that I wanted, I do have. So first I would ask yourself, if you find there's there's something that's not changing that I want to change, and I'm doing the law of attraction manifesting, and I'm asking for help, and I'm trying to follow guidance, and nothing's changing. First, I would ask, are you actually getting what you actually want? And those other things are just what you think you should have, or supposed to have, should want, but what do you actually want? I don't actually care if I'm a millionaire. What I want is the freedom to do the creative projects I want to do and control over my own schedule. And I already have that, even though I'm below the poverty level. So you can still get what you want without the external thing matching the way you think it's supposed to. If weight is your issue that you're struggling with, ask yourself, this is going to sound weird, but deep down, honestly, are you that motivated to be skinny, to be thin, to be lightweight, whatever the term you're using? Is there something else you want more? Maybe you're still in good health overall, Maybe you still have energy. Maybe you still are enjoying life. And you only think you're supposed to lose more weight because that's the standard that everyone says you're supposed to be. Maybe what you really want is quality relationships or a fulfilling career or to live where there's access to the ocean or something. Maybe losing weight isn't actually what in your heart and soul you truly want. Maybe that's more of like a logical, rational, dare I say, ego-based thing. Something that you're supposed to want. But let's say for argument's sake, genuinely deep down in your heart, in your soul, yes, you want a more fit, healthy, vibrant body. You really do want to lose that weight, and everything you're trying is not working. The next question I would ask, is this part of the life plan, the blueprint? Maybe, maybe not. One of the things I came to realize with myself, after all these years of trying to change these things about my life, I kind of reached a point of surrender where I'm like, you know what? I have tried everything I can think to try at this point. I have given all the effort I have to give, and it's still not really significantly changing much. Maybe this is just how my life is going to be. And then it became a choice of making peace with that, accepting that. It became an action of self-love. That even though I'm not perfect, even though I'm not meeting these ideals that I think I should have, that I want to have for myself, maybe there was a life lesson in there for me to say, you know what? I still accept and love myself anyway. Maybe that was part of the life plan. Like maybe it's like, yeah, you're going to struggle with this until you learn to accept it. And then it doesn't matter if it changes or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but you have the love, the self-acceptance, and this created the opportunity and built the muscle to be able to love yourself. And that was the real lesson. That was what was actually in the life blueprint, the life plan. Maybe. We also gotta have some compassion and empathy and understanding for ourselves and other people, and realize like it's not simple either. The food we eat in this country with all the added sugars and the chemicals and the preservatives and stuff, like this is not what our bodies evolved over thousands and millions of years to want to consume. We have this ultra processed stuff that's like not alive anymore. They put chemicals into the food to make you, to repress the I'm full feeling so that you don't naturally know when to stop eating. In America, we serve really big portions. You go out to a restaurant, you're like, yeah, I'll have a burger and fries, and you get like this beast, this monster burger and a huge portion of fries. There's a lot of factors like just beyond your control that are making it harder to lose weight. Or, if we're talking about finances, there's a lot of baked into the system rules that are set up to keep the rich getting richer and keep the poor in poverty. Yeah, there's the occasional success story where someone breaks out of it. Amazing, good for them. But if you're really struggling, it might not be your fault. You might be doing everything you can, but that's just the way things are set up to make it extremely difficult for you to change that circumstance. Maybe you're struggling to find a relationship. Well, look at the way the world's set up now for that. We have more ways to connect than ever, but yet somehow we feel more disconnected and lonely than ever before. We've lost these things called third spaces, which is like a free place the general community can hang out and just relax, socialize, and meet other people. but because rent has gotten super expensive everywhere, businesses need to turn a profit, and they can't afford to just like have excess space to host these social events. A lot of this was met by churches, by the religious community, and certainly there's still a lot of that going on, but historically, people are less and less religious today than they were before. Many people just aren't going to church anymore, and many churches I've been to don't really provide much of a social gathering space afterwards. Like, there's that part of service where you shake hands and give a blessing or peace be with you or one of those kinds of things. There might be like some coffee and donuts after service. But it's just like who still hangs around, and what really encourages strangers to talk to each other. There's not much going on in the world anymore. And we have social media, which gives us the illusion of that we're connecting with other people. We'll get likes and comments on posts. We're like, oh, I'm interacting with this person, but yet we don't feel connected. And if you were to delete that social media account, do you think that person would still interact with you? Would you still interact with a lot of the same people if they deleted their account? Or would you sooner or later forget they even existed? This is the world we live in. More and more people are working from home. So not even meeting each other in the workplace. Online dating has become swipe left or right from an instant, I like your photo or not. They don't even take time to get to know you anymore. They won't even like read the intro to your profile. Some sites do, but a lot of them don't. Even the ones that have profiles you can fill out still have a feature where you can just swipe through photos and see if you match with anyone, just based on initial impressions by if in that moment you felt attracted to that particular photo. Of course it's hard to meet people these days. So if you're struggling with something, I just gave 3 examples there, right? Our weight, finances, and relationships. Those are the big ones a lot of us struggle with, but even if you're struggling with something else, my guess is there might be circumstances, conditions, environments, systems beyond your control that are making it extra hard for you. Not impossible, but it's making it harder than it needs to be. So give yourself a little grace, a little forgiveness, a little patience, that maybe you're doing everything you can and it's just hard. Maybe you're doing everything right and it's just gonna take longer and require more effort than it should, just because of the way things are set up these days. So is this part of a life plan? If you're struggling with something and you ask for help, will your guides, your angels help you change that? Or is that just your fate? You're doomed to deal with this issue forever because it's part of the plan. And I think the answer is maybe it depends. Maybe it is part of the plan and it's there for you to learn self-love and self-acceptance. Maybe it's part of the plan for you to learn to grow, to overcome it. To be like, you know what, despite the circumstances and the conditions and the disadvantages, I'm gonna grow and become such a person that I become greater than it, more than it. I'm over to overcome it and still get the thing you want. It was just harder, right? You're at a gym and you took on heavier weights, but with enough reps, with enough consistency, you're able to do it. And then now you got like these awesome muscles and you can handle anything, right? Maybe that's what the journey was about, that it was in your plan to struggle with this, but not forever. Maybe it's just meant to challenge you to get even stronger. Maybe it's not written into your blueprint at all. Either way, it's just, okay, this is the circumstance, and maybe it's changeable, maybe it's not. That's something to discover. I don't think every single event that happens, every single person you meet, every single circumstance or problem you face is necessarily part of your life plan. I don't know the full details on this with like 100% certainty, but based on what I do know and the best information I have available to me, my personal belief, what I've come to understand is for most people, if not everybody, there is some degree of planning your life before you are born. It might be something simple like, hey, here's the setup, here's the circumstances, this is the family we'll be born into, the time period, the gender, the culture, etc. And that will affect and shape you in certain ways. Do you accept this lifetime or not? It might be as simple as that, or it might be highly detailed where like a lot of events throughout your life and a lot of the connections and people you meet and a lot of the experiences you have might be pre-planned. It could be anywhere between that spectrum, anywhere in that range. I don't know, but it seems like at least some amount of, at minimum, here's the basic setup, here's the conditions you're signing up for. Do you agree or not? Do you accept or not? So there's always free will involved. Because I know some of us, we might be in a situation right now in life where like, no way, there's no way I agree to this. This does not make any sense. I would never have accepted or planned for this. That makes no sense. Maybe, maybe not. You know, it seems like when we're on the other side and we're surrounded by that unconditional love and peace, we might misassess how hard something's gonna be, and we're like, oh, I can handle that. Or we might decide, you know what, it's gonna be tough, but in the end it'll be worth it. What I'll gain from it will be of greater value than the short-term cost. You know, the pros outweigh the cons kind of thing. I don't know. But it does seem like at least some of life is agreed to at minimum, if not planned in detail. But for any problem you're facing, if you seem stuck on it, yes, of course, ask for help. There is no harm in asking for help. But the help you get might be different than what you're expecting. Like, if I'm expecting the help I get to be, oh, here's how you make $1 million, or if the help you're expecting is, here's how to lose 100 pounds or whatever, you might get the answer for that specific outcome. Or maybe the help you get is self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, self-love. Peace in spite of this problem that hasn't gone away. Maybe the help you'll get is, I'm not the only person struggling with this. How can I help others through it? Maybe it's giving you empathy, compassion, understanding, a deeper insight into something millions of people are struggling with. And maybe your life calling, maybe your pre-birth plan is about helping those people. And you're struggling with this challenge so that you can better serve them. So I don't know if this is part of the blueprint or not, and if it's changeable or not. But these are the things I would ask yourself. These are the things I would look into and think about. Pray for help. Ask your guides for help. Absolutely. No question. They will help you one way or another. Maybe in the way you're expecting, maybe not. But they will help you because they love you. They want to support you. They want to help you learn and grow and become a more loving person overall towards yourself and towards others. Somehow, some way, this challenge in your life, this problem that isn't going away, is to help you learn and grow and be more loving somehow. Maybe towards yourself, maybe towards others. Maybe your calling is to fix the system that's broken. I don't know. Only your heart and soul does. Follow your guidance. And maybe that's the best prayer we can ask. Not how do I change this problem or get this result or fix this thing to get this particular outcome. Maybe the better prayer is, what is life trying to teach me through this? What does my soul need to learn here? How can I most or best grow from this? And maybe the growth, maybe the self-love is about actually changing that thing, actually fixing it. Maybe that really is. Maybe it's about loving yourself whether that thing changes or not. Maybe it's about loving other people who are struggling with the same issue. I don't know what the right answer for you is. So pray and ask what the right answer for you is. Is this to learn self-love and self-acceptance, whether this thing changes or not? Is it to help me grow and overcome it and actually change it? Is it to serve and help and heal and love others? How is this problem ultimately serving me and the world? How can I take this painful thing in my life and transform it and use it for the greater good? I'll wrap this up with a quick story from my own life. I've also struggled with feeling isolated and alone for large chunks of my life. I've had some wonderful relationships, but I've gone through long periods of dating nobody. And I felt very frustrated about that, lonely, hurting, sad. And what happened unconsciously, I didn't plan it this way, but what emerged naturally was I was also a writer. I loved writing fiction. And I noticed that my stories and characters more and more started focusing on a lonely character finding love. And that kind of became like my niche for a while. And guess what? There's a lot of other people out there in the world who are feeling lonely and frustrated and isolated. And they want that loving relationship, but whatever reason, they can't have it in life right now. My silly little ebooks helped for a moment fill that need, gave them some emotional connection, helped them vicariously experience a little fantasy that, for the half hour or a few hours or a couple days or weeks, however long it took them to read my book, some of them are short, some of them are long, it gave them a feeling of connection. It gave them a fantasy of being in a loving relationship and finding that love that they're not getting in real life. Writing those stories was healing for me. And I didn't even realize for the longest time that's like, you know what? This is actually healing for other people too. Because I'm not the only one going through this. And here's the plot twist. I sold those ebooks, and for many years, that was my income, my sole income. Like, I made a living writing these little sci-fi fantasy short stories about characters finding love. And I was doing it because that's what I needed. That was trying to heal. That was art therapy for me. But it turned out it was therapy for others too. And not only was I serving them and healing them, but I was getting paid at the same time. It gave me passive income from book royalties that gave me the time freedom to pursue acting and work a lot of unpaid student films at first to get the experience and build the resume and the demo reel to start getting paid work later. Was it part of my life plan all along to go through long periods of feeling lonely and isolated to motivate me to write these ebooks that were healing to me and healing to others, and also gave me the income to support me to follow another dream? In hindsight, I could look at them and be like, wow, maybe it was. But while I was going through it, I didn't know that. I didn't feel it. I just knew it was lonely and painful and sad. I was frustrated and prayed so hard for things to change. But my point is, greater good came out of it. So whatever you're going through right now, greater good can come out of it. You just might not be able to see it yet. It might take some time for you to be able to look back in hindsight and connect the dots and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, it really sucked going through that, but look at all these good things that came from it. For me, I learned about self-love and loving and serving others at the same time. I'm still single to this day, by the way, but I'm now at a point where I'm okay. I don't need anybody. It doesn't hurt as bad. There's days, sure. I mean, to be honest, there's days where I get really lonely and, wish there was somebody there. I love cuddling and, it's sometimes I just want to fall asleep snuggling with somebody. Or just hang around the house watching TV together. Go out to the beach with somebody. Sure, there's days where I still long for that and miss that, but overall, the majority of the time, I'm good now. I'm comfortable. I'm at peace. And whether I stay single for the rest of my life or not, I've done enough of the inner work, the self-love, the self-acceptance of that condition in my life that I used to pray so hard to change, that now I have that inner peace where I'm okay either way. If someone great comes along, fantastic. There's room in my life for her. But if that doesn't happen, I'm still living a rich, fulfilling, meaningful life. I'm still living life and enjoying it. And for me, I'm not saying this is the case for you or anybody else, but for me, that was the growth lesson. I had to learn to love and accept myself whether or not I had a partner. Because, really at the end of the day, no human being is going to love you perfectly, unconditionally, all the time, forever. They're human, they're gonna have bad days, their own needs are not gonna be met. They're gonna come up short with you sometimes. It's gonna happen, right? For me, I needed to find an unconditional, consistent, secure love that would always be there 24/7, 365, no matter what. And there's only two places you can get that: yourself and God. And okay, your spirit guides too, they love you unconditionally the whole time too. So your soul family, your angels, your spirit guides, God, your team on the other side, they love you 100% unconditionally all the time, anywhere, everywhere, consistently, securely. That never goes away. And then you're the other person that you can guarantee will always love you. And for me, deep down, when I was looking for and praying for a soulmate, for a partner, what I was really asking for, what I was really needing was secure, consistent, unconditional love. And no matter how amazing this person is, she's human, and there's gonna be days that she might not love me as fully or in the way that I need to be loved that day. Or she might not be around. She could be on a business trip somewhere or visiting family and I'm not there with her. Or I could be gone for the same reasons. I'm an actor and director. Maybe I'm on location in another country filming that week. Anything could happen. But I still need the love. So I had to build the skill. I had to grow and learn the lesson of loving me even without a partner. And with the benefit of hindsight, if God had answered my prayers and I had a soulmate sooner, I would have been counting on her love and attention to fill that need. And I don't know if I would have grown and learned the self-acceptance and the self-love that I have, because I had to, because she wasn't there. I had no choice but to learn that self-love. So I don't know what the specifics of your situation are, but those are the things I would think about. Those are the questions I would ask myself. Maybe it's part of your plan and it's changeable. Maybe it's not changeable. Maybe it's not part of your plan. It's just the circumstance you find yourself in. Maybe it's about loving yourself. Maybe it's about loving others. Maybe it's about growing and overcoming. Maybe there's another reason. But pray and ask for help. Whatever the reason is, whatever the purpose is, your guides, your angels will help you get there. So just ask for your help. And a real simple, easy prayer is, please just help me. You can say, I think I want to be helped in this way. That's totally fine. And then you could say, but if there's another way, a better way for you to help me, do that instead. Give me whatever serves my highest good and the highest good of the people in your life and the world. Whatever is most valuable to your personal soul. Because I mean, when it comes to things like money or your physical weight or any of that stuff, sure, it improves the quality of life while we're here on Earth, but you're only going to be here for a short while, like maybe 80 years plus or minus, some of us a little longer, some of us less. That's a short period of time in the perspective of eternity. Maybe your soul came here to gain something else, something deeper, something bigger, something better that is useful and valuable to you on the other side in all of eternity. Like, who cares how much weight you had on your body or how much numbers you had in your bank account? What does that really matter in the big picture? But did you grow? Did you learn self-love? Did you give love to others? Did you help them heal? Did you help them grow? Because however you grow, however you heal, whatever you learn, that you take with you. That becomes a part of you. That you keep on the other side for all eternity. So who cares how much money you have or how much you weigh on the scale or anything else in this physical world? Like, yeah, it makes the conditions, the experience, the circumstances of this life on Earth more comfortable, better, happier, more fun. Sure. It's okay to ask for those things. It's okay to pursue those things. Maybe you are meant to learn how to overcome your circumstances and achieve those goals, and maybe then teach others how to do the same. I don't know. But what I am saying, in the bigger picture, there might be something even more important going on. There might be something even more valuable that your soul is after. That has something to do with learning, with growth, with love, with healing or helping yourself, or healing or helping others. Because that's the stuff we take with us. And that's what I have to say on that topic. So what's part of your pre-birth plan? It doesn't matter. Your guides know. Ask them for help in however you need to be helped, whatever is most beneficial, whether it's the way you think the help needs to show up or not. They'll get you there. They know what's in your blueprint. They have a copy of it. They can read it. They are there to support you on your physical life journey because they know it's hard here. And they know we forget like everything when we're born. Some of us remember like a few tiny details and that's it. They are your support team to keep you on track, to help you meet your goals, that whatever you did plan before you were born, whatever your goals were for this lifetime, They will help you get there. So yes, definitely ask them for help. But don't tell them how to help you, where to help you, what way the help needs to appear. Just say, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what is causing me pain. This is what I wish was different. Help me in the way that I need to be helped. Help me in the way that is best for my soul. Help me learn what I need to learn. Help me love what needs to be loved. Ask that question, and whatever the right answer for you specifically is in this situation, they will lead you, they will guide you, they will help you get that to that goal. They will get you to that answer, to that help. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. You'll see here on the screen some recommended videos. That's what the YouTube algorithm says, you should enjoy next. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing the video, leaving a comment. I love you guys. Please love yourself. Whatever you're struggling with, accept yourself, whether it changes or not. And yes, absolutely ask for help. It's okay. They want to help. They will help. It just might be different than what you expect, but it will be for the greater good. It will be what you need. It will be what's best for you in the world. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Aloha.